let's see. Um, so with all my trips, I look forward to hear from the Lord on what He has for me to receive, etc., etc. I didn't understand the Vietnam angle. I'm starting to as I'm doing some research and remembering my dad was in Vietnam. And I said, well, we're in Vietnam, basically where we're going. South Vietnam. We got 3 ports along the coast. So I said, all right, Lord. I did go through a prayer of repentance as I learned a bit more about the war. It was brutal. It was brutal, and it was fear and warmongering that led us to Vietnam. But since my dad was drafted, I said, well, let me pray a prayer of repentance of our family's participation. So I'm trusting there's some stuff to be broken as we, step foot on land and going into land, and that what everything God intends to happen happens. But I did say I want some tangible evidence of, curses being broken. That I went to this conference. It was like a cleansing, healing conference. And they said, well, stand up if you're an ancestor. If you've been in the Vietnam War, your ancestor is someone who had fought in the war. And they mentioned these curses, like they brought out these shamans and stuff back then to pronounce certain curses over the people there and over their family. And the stuff that they listed out, I said, it's stuff that I saw evidence in my father's life. One of the things is that their feet would never find rest. They would always be running, and never find rest. So anyway, healing, part of this journey. Well, this journey is reconciliation, isn't it? Healing. All right, guys, I love y'all. I will be in touch. The narration you just heard was recorded off the coast of Cambodia as I was in prayer to God about His intention in bringing a Vietnam veteran's daughter and grandson to a place where he was drafted into a dreadful conflict. The word God spoke to me as the Celebrity Solstice set sail for Vietnam was reconciliation. And you can't have reconciliation without repentance and forgiveness. Reconciliation restores your peace and identity and aligns you with your divine inheritance. If you're craving more peace, alignment, and a sense of identity, I'd love to chat with you one-on-one in a holistic wellness session. Whether you're navigating overwhelm, burnout, big life transitions, or you just need grounding support, these sessions are a beautiful place to breathe, release, and reconnect. You can book your session using the link in the description below or by scanning the QR code on the screen. Spots fill up quickly, so secure yours today. Now let's get this party started right. Our journey begins in Singapore, a city that feels like the future wrapped in a tropical garden. Boarding the Celebrity Solstice here was a bit taxing, but we survived to tell the tale. 1 minute I was surrounded by skyscrapers and orchards, and the next we were sailing past the coastline, watching the city fade away. Singapore to Thailand is a few sea days of smooth sailing, and honestly, it was the perfect chance to settle into cruise life. Morning coffees, watching the sunrise, entertainment in the evenings, and just soaking up the solstice-style luxury. Our first Vietnamese stop was Phu My, the gateway port to Ho Chi Minh City. But instead of heading into the hustle and bustle of Saigon, we chose an excursion through Vung Tau, a coastal city rich in cultural and spiritual history. And honestly, it was the perfect decision. Welcome to Vung Tau. We started at the base of Mount No, where the 30-meter Jesus statue watches over the city. Even from below, the presence of this statue feels powerful, symbolic, peaceful, almost protective. From this vantage point, you get sweeping views of ocean meeting land. Next, we visited Niet Ban Tin Sa, also known as the Pagoda of Nirvana. This hillside Buddhist monastery is incredibly serene. White stone steps, intricate carvings, and all of it overlooking shimmering sapphire blue water. The breeze up here felt different, like the kind that instantly clears the mind. Among many famous tourist sites in Vung Tau City, this beautiful pagoda features the harmony of Buddhist architecture and is an ideal place for travelers who are drawn to a sense of solemnness and freedom. With the endless bustle of crowded city life, this temple is considered the best place to escape from the urban atmosphere and find peace in the soul.
Same Catholic, they got a both style same. Jesus the men and Maria the women. Yin and yang, women and men. And in here you can see the lady, one hand like that here. One hand got the water. Got the water, that means for every people got good life for the farmer. Put the water for farmer. And one like that here for bee food, bees. No more work, like bees, life. And inside here, that's the Nirvana Pagoda. That's the Buddhist sleeping, never wake up. See, over there. You can take the picture.
Take the picture.
And then follow me that way.
I like this plant. I like this. Gotcha, baby. Alright, we'll get this wall down here. No, thank you. No, thank you. Lucky day, lucky day. Next is on to White Villa, perched on the slopes of Big Mountain. White Villa is a striking colonial-era landmark overlooking Vung Tau Bay. Built between 1898 and 1902 by the French as a summer residence for the Governor General of Indochina. The villa later became the royal retreat of Emperor Tu Duc, Vietnam's last emperor. Its elevated position offered privacy, cooling sea breeze, and panoramic views of the bay, making it an ideal residence for both colonial administrators and royalty. Over time, White Villa also served as a guest house for high-ranking officials and visiting dignitaries, embedding it deeply in Vietnam's layered political and cultural history. Inside the villa retains an atmosphere of understated elegance. High ceilings, arched windows, and cool tile floors create a sense of openness and light, while period furnishings and historical artifacts evoke its royal past. Together, the villa's architecture and setting blend colonial sophistication with coastal serenity.
That means power, strong, VIP. And they cover the seashell here. See the seashell? Very expensive, very important to do that. Luxury. They show the room here. Like during the war, people here very luxury. But local people very poor. We're not like that. Look like compare. Luxury and not luxury. See? Very nice. And you see the fan on the two. On the two, not three. Now we got three.
Do not sit on the hard.
Some old fan.
Don't you dare. We visited Whale Temple, a sacred site found in many coastal regions of Vietnam, deeply revered by fishing communities who view whales as protective spirits of the sea. According to local belief, whales rescue fishermen in distress and guide boats safely through storms. When a whale washes ashore, it is given a ceremonial burial, and its bones are later enshrined in the temple as an act of respect and gratitude. For fishermen, the whale temple is not only a place of worship, but also a spiritual anchor where they pray for calm seas, abundant catches, and safe voyages, reinforcing a profound relationship between humanity, nature, and the rhythm of the ocean. We ended the tour with a slow walk through a local seaside park. Children playing, families picnicking, older couples strolling. It felt like a glimpse into everyday Vietnamese life. Simple and beautiful. After another day at sea, we reached our next destination, Da Nang, Vietnam.
We in the misty mountains. Just got off the ship. Morning. So we're looking.
Thank you. Morning, everyone.
See, friendly greeting. You too. Bye bye. See you later. See you later. So, they give us a sticker. I don't know if I mentioned that before. That's our sticker 5, which relates to bus 5. So we're just looking for bus 5. They call 2 groups, 1 and 5. I don't know why they skip numbers, but they do. Oh, so you see they got a little market. So when we get off the trip, so they took U.S. and the other port in Vietnam, and that's where we got. I got my shirt, and MJ got his shirt that he got on. So you see buses lined up.
We're at Chiang Mai, the port that leads to the historic treasures of Hue, a city shaped by emperors, dynasties, spirituality, and war. Hue was once the imperial city of the Wen emperors, and exploring it truly felt like stepping back in time. In Vietnam, water buffalo are so essential to traditional farming that they are often called the living tractors of the countryside. We passed by many rice fields. Vietnamese rice wine has been brewed for centuries using fermented rice and is commonly shared during family gatherings, festivals, and ancestral ceremonies. Local markets in Vietnam often begin before sunrise, serving as vital community hubs where farmers sell fresh produce, seafood, and handmade goods directly from nearby villages. Beyond commerce, Vietnamese local markets function as social gathering places where neighbors exchange news, share meals, and maintain long-standing cultural traditions passed down through generations. Incense plays a key role in Vietnamese spiritual life, with the rising smoke believed to carry prayers and respect from the living to ancestors and deities. In markets across Vietnam, local artists often sell hand-painted artwork, calligraphy, and crafts directly to visitors, allowing shoppers to watch the creative process and hear stories behind each piece. Back on the bus, the adventure continued with another wildlife sighting. First water buffalo, and now this. We arrived at the tranquil resting place of Emperor Tu Duc. Emperor Tu Duc's tomb, located near Hue, is one of the most expansive and poetic royal tombs of the Wen dynasty. Built during the emperor's lifetime in the mid-19th century, the complex was designed not only as a burial place, but as a retreat for reflection, poetry, and governance. Set amid pine forests, lakes, and pavilions, the tomb reflects Tu Duc's scholarly nature and melancholic temperament, blending architecture harmoniously with the surrounding landscape. The grounds are arranged to feel more like a serene garden than a mausoleum, with stone bridges, lotus-filled ponds, and carefully placed structures for meditation and worship. While stone statues of mandarin and animals stand in formal rows, much of the site emphasizes quiet contemplation rather than imperial grandeur. Statues of mandarins and animals are arranged in a formal, symmetrical formation that reflects the strict hierarchy and ritual order of the imperial court. Walking through the tomb today offers insight into Confucian values, the emperor's inner life, and a uniquely Vietnamese approach to honoring rulers through balance, nature, and introspection. Our next stop was Pilgrim Village Resort and Spa, which is ideally located in the quiet countryside in a rustic village setting surrounded by lush, tranquil gardens, yet near famous historical landmarks and the city of Hue. The architecture blends seamlessly into nature with traditional wooden structures and stone paths that feel rooted in Vietnamese heritage. This isn't just a resort, it feels like a retreat, a place designed for restoration. We're not here to book a room or spa treatment though. We arrived at the Pilgrim Village for lunch at Jung Ray's restaurant. As we stepped inside, the mood shifts from open and expansive to warm and intimate. The wooden beams, soft lighting, and natural textures create an atmosphere that feels grounded and refined at the same time. There's a quiet elegance here. Nothing rushed, nothing overstated. You can sense the care in the design and the hospitality, as if the space itself is preparing you for what's to come. I was definitely ready to transition from exploring to savoring. Here's a look at our chef's tasting menu. Lunch at June Ray showcased both authentic Way specialties and Vietnamese fusion dishes. Each dish felt thoughtfully composed, not just to feed the body, but to complete the experience, ending this journey through Pilgrim's Village with a satisfied tummy and ample gratitude. It's time for another air-conditioned motor coach ride through Vietnam. I was always happy to take a seat and rest my feet between destinations. Most of the trip was narrated by our tour guide, who was well versed in Vietnamese history and culture. So whether I was walking or riding in comfort, the adventure never ended. Our next stop, the Imperial city of Nguyen Emperors and all its ancient glory. We're now walking through the Imperial city of the Nguyen Emperors located in Hue. This was the political and ceremonial heart of Vietnam from 1802 to 1945, when Hue served as the capital of the Nguyen dynasty. Enclosed by fortified walls and a moat, the imperial city was carefully planned according to Confucian principles emphasizing harmony, hierarchy, and balance. We're here at the 9 holy cannons, which are positioned just outside the main southern entrance of the imperial city. Directly across from the cannons is the Meridian Gate, the principal and most ceremonial entrance in the imperial city. This grand gate served as a threshold between the outer world and the imperial domain, reserved primarily for the emperor and high-ranking officials.
So the gate that I showed you as we were walking in, it brought us into the Imperial City. Now in the Imperial City, this is the gate to the king's palace. Got it right. So this was into the Imperial City. I think once we go through the gate, then we're into the Forbidden City. So some of these buildings and stuff were damaged in the Vietnam War. All right.
We are walking to the Hall of Supreme Harmony, which I'll discuss momentarily. Here we are at the Hall of Supreme Harmony, the most important ceremonial building within the imperial city of Hue. This grand hall was where Nguyen emperors held court, received foreign envoys, and presided over major state ceremonies such as coronations and imperial birthdays. Inside, you'll see a replica of the emperor's throne, elevated and centered beneath a richly decorated canopy, symbolizing absolute authority and the emperor's role as the Son of Heaven. The space is defined by rows of red lacquered wooden columns adorned with gold, creating a powerful sense of symmetry, hierarchy, and reverence.
This is where the king would sit. It's a replica to look out. Look, you see that? We try and get closer and see. But we're going around so you can see what I'm talking about. There we go. And then he would look out on the little people. He look out on all the little people. He said they little. He said, I squished their head. That's what he did.
Nearby, displays of imperial seals represent the administrative and spiritual power of the dynasty. This is Taiwan Palace, the ceremonial heart of the imperial city and one of its most significant structures. Built in 1805, during the reign of Emperor Long, the palace was used for the most important state occasions, including coronations, royal anniversaries, and official court audiences. Inside Taiwan Palace, the emperor's throne is positioned at the central axis, aligned precisely with the meridian gate, reinforcing the symbolic connection between heaven, earth, and imperial power. Rows of lacquered columns decorated with gold dragons fill the interior, creating a powerful sense of symmetry and hierarchy that once dictated where officials could stand based on rank. Standing in this space today offers a vivid sense of the ritual formality of the Wen court and the carefully structured world in which the emperor ruled. Now we're on our way to Din Tao residence or palace. The courtyards of the Wei Imperial City are expansive ceremonial spaces designed to embody harmony, order, and imperial authority. Laid out along a straight north-south axis in accordance with Confucian principles and feng shui. These courtyards once hosted royal processions, court rituals, and official gatherings. Each step through the courtyards reinforced the power and prestige of the Wen emperors, as well as the carefully structured social order of the court. Beyond their ceremonial function, the courtyards also served as contemplative spaces that balanced grandeur with tranquility. Today, walking through the courtyards offers visitors a quiet yet powerful glimpse into the rhythms of imperial life and the philosophical foundations that shaped Vietnam's last royal dynasty. Enjoy the views, and I will join you in just a bit. The Din Tao residence or palace was the tranquil home for Wen Dynasty queen mothers, featuring serene gardens, traditional architecture with ancient arches and peaceful courtyards, offering a glimpse into imperial women's lives.
You've been sneezy smurf. Oh, how peaceful. I bet you if I show Master Shifu this, he'd be like, yeah, step up your game. Like, Master Shifu, we in Florida. This was Vietnam, Master Shifu.
Oh, that. Yeah, ain't it? This. We done seen this. We done seen this plenty of times.
Hush conversations.
Yep. Okay, we just walking now. Oh my gosh, love it.
That is the spot. That is where we have
Hush conversation.
about certain matters.
Mm-hmm.
The Emperor.
Yep. Our last stop in the Imperial City is the Royal Theater. Let's head there now.
But we developed based on the Chinese culture, so it looks similar. Yeah, in some words it's exactly the same, but many words are different.
Ah, neato.
There we go.
Oh, that's neat.
Uh-huh.
Y'all, we have been out in these streets all day. Fortunately, we only have one more stop before heading to the Celebrity Solstice. Finally, our last stop for today is the Thien Pagoda, also called the Heavenly Lady Pagoda. This 7-tiered pagoda rises gracefully along the Perfume River. As the breeze passed through, wind chimes from nearby shrines created this soft musical ring, almost like the pagoda itself was speaking. The name of the pagoda derives from a special legend. Long time ago, an old woman appeared on the hill where the pagoda stands today, telling local people that a lord would come and build a Buddhist pagoda for the country's prosperity. Lord Wen Hong therefore ordered the construction of the pagoda, the Heavenly Fair Lady. Thanks to such a mysterious history, the pagoda has attracted a great number of tourists from both inside and outside of the nation to come and explore the legend themselves. I would like to list Hue as a must-see in Vietnam. Ancient, contemplative, and deeply spiritual. Finally, we sailed into northern Vietnam and docked near Ha Long Bay, one of the most iconic landscapes in the world. We booked a canoeing excursion here, which would have been an ambitious feat for MJ and I because he was feeling a little under the weather and I was simply tired. Even though we didn't take an excursion here, the views directly from the ship were absolutely jaw-dropping. Ha Long Bay is known for its towering limestone karst, massive rugged rock formations rising straight out of the emerald green water. Some are steep and sharp, others rounded and lush with greenery. When the morning mist settles between them, the entire bay looks like a painting. Near the port, you'll find several notable points of interest. Bai Chai Bridge, an architectural landmark illuminated beautifully at night. Palm Mountain, a dramatic limestone peak often photographed from the harbor. Qua Van Floating Village, one of the world's few remaining floating communities with boats and houses anchored on calm waters. Han Dak Choi, two rock formations facing each other, famous for resembling roosters. Even from the ship, you can watch fishing boats glide silently across the water, local transports, ferries, weaving between karsts, and the soft outline of faraway islands fading into the horizons. Vietnam completely exceeded my expectations. its temples, its history, its culture, and the kindness of its people. From the spiritual reflections of Vung Tau to the imperial depths of Wei and the breathtaking beauty of Ha Long Bay, this journey was soul-stirring and unforgettable. If this journey has inspired you to slow down, breathe, and reconnect with yourself, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves to explore the world. Drop a comment below and tell me which destination in Vietnam would you want to visit first. And remember, you deserve to feel whole, peaceful, and supported. Whether you need support processing emotions, grounding practices, spiritual alignment, or simply space to exhale and be seen, I'm here for you. Thank you for coming along with me on this incredible journey. Until next time, be bold, be great, and be inspired. Talk to you soon. Thank you for joining me to watch another episode of Danielle Inspires. If you have not done so already, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the alert button to be aware of new content as soon as it is released, and share this video with those you love. See you next time.